Today on The Express, 4 great reasons why the West is the best. On today's show, local heroes at the Lifeguard Championships.
Lifeguarding is the profession. This is a sport of life-saving.
Sporting culture with Surrey's new cricket program. Eco adventures at Peachland's new zip zone.
This is awesome!
Spectacular scenery and the best way to see it.
Being low over the ground, completely different feeling compared to a plane.
See that and more, local expression. Welcome to The Express. I'm Johanna at the Port Moody Arts Centre. We're reaching far and wide on today's show. Besides the helicopter tour from the interior and the zip lining in Peachland, we also have scenes from the royal wedding in London and also the Mars rover in space. But up first, we're off to Surrey for the Lifeguard Championships.
Big Summer is brought to you by Cultus Lake Water Park, BC's #1 water park.
Lifeguarding is the profession. This is a sport of life-saving.
Swimming's still really hard, and I think that this is the most important part.
Lifesaving is the only sport to develop out of a humanitarian need, and today professional lifeguards are competing in the Canadian Pool Lifesaving Championships in Surrey, part of the National Lifeguard Championships run by the Lifesaving Society.
It keeps lifeguards in shape and prepared to respond to emergencies, which I think is really important. People can get complacent if they don't have competition.
And the competition is intense. Each event showcases the amazing swimming, surveying, and rescue skills that lifeguards must have. Will is competing in the 100-meter rescue medley.
You swim 50 meters, and then you push off the wall, and you have to swim underwater 17 meters where there's a submerged mannequin. You pick up the mannequin and then carry it back the other 32 meters.
Jamie from Coquitlam and her team are doing the Barnsley relay.
The first one is a spinal carry, where you have to maintain immobilization and the victim's airway above the water. The second component is a drowning non-swimmer, so you have to maintain their head and shoulders above the water for the entire time. And the last one is a brick retrieval, where your airway as the rescuer has to stay above the water, but the brick can be anywhere.
Lifeguards in Canada get their training through the Lifesaving Society.
There's a variety of programs that we run, right from a Canadian Swim Patrol program for the kids, and then it moves into Bronze Medallion. It's been around for over 100 years. And Bronze Cross, which is the precursor to lifeguard training. And right from there we go into the lifeguard training. We definitely have some international caliber athletes in life-saving sport from BC. We also look for excellent judgment skills, high level of responsibility, and just very good under pressure, because when an incident occurs in the water, they need to be able to react calmly and efficiently.
The winners today can move on to the Commonwealth Championships in South Africa at the end of the summer.
It's very, very important for everybody to know not only the sport, but where did we come from and what do we do, and it's really very important for everybody's safety.
Well, we're seeing the numbers go down in drowning. In the mid-90s, we saw 155 people drown in BC. As I say, we're down to around 80 to 100 now and have actually been steadily dropping. So if we weren't around doing this training, I would hate to see what those numbers might be.
I'm Erin Shaw in Surrey for Big Summer.
Funding for this segment brought to you in part by Commercial Aquatic Supplies, a DB Perks group of companies.
Big Summer is brought to you by Cultus Lake Water Park, BC's #1 water park.
The Commonwealth Championships are being held in South Africa later this summer. It looks like Canada's going to have some great representation. Now, up next on The Express, it's the #1 sport in India, Pakistan, and Australia. And now it's part of the Surrey School District.
I like about cricket is that you can bat and you can run back and forth. It's running, and I like running, and I like using bats.
These kids are crazy about cricket, and if you've never heard of the sport, you've clearly never been to Australia.
It is huge. It's the biggest summer sport ever played.
So it's only fitting that the school's RBC Wicket cricket program coach is an Aussie.
Just playing country league cricket back in Australia for my local town.
Watching the kids play, I'd say cricket is a lot like baseball.
It's nothing like baseball. It's nothing like baseball.
Okay then, how do you play cricket?
You have 2 wickets, 2 batters, a bowler, and a wicket keeper. The bowler throws the ball and the batter has to hit it.
When you hit it and you want to run, you run.
Back and forth to get as many runs as you can. When you hit the wicket, the bowler gets a point. We all celebrate by clapping and cheering that person's name.
Cricket isn't just big in Australia.
It's played in India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka.
I like that it's my culture's kind of game.
When you're bowling, nice straight arm, all right?
A lot of their parents play, and so culturally it brought something to our school that was important to them and their parents and their families.
My mom knows how to play, my dad knows how to play, my grandpa, my grandma, and I'll teach my brother.
But before he does that, Vance has agreed to teach me, starting with how to hit the ball using a
cricket bat.
A cricket bat, okay. And what's the proper way to hold it?
Like this.
Like, wait, okay. Take a step here, take a step here, take a step back. Okay.
Bring it up, and when the ball comes,
so almost like I'm batting.
Yep.
Oh, yes. Excellent coaching, thank you. Neelam, I'm a little nervous about this. This is the bowler position that you're going to teach me.
Have one arm here and your right hand back here.
Okay.
And you rock back and forth. Back and forth, and then you throw it.
Throw it. Okay, and you can't bend your arm, right?
Nope.
Ooh, I'm going to want to bend my arm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh. You have to put your arm all the way down.
Oh, the follow through. All the way down. Okay. I'm going to work on that.
These kids have some impressive cricket skills. Reggie's obviously taught them a lot about the game he loves.
Reggie's fun. He's not that competitive, and he plays in a fun kind of way. Like if someone's about to play it out, he hits it away.
I get to do something I love, teaching kids and playing sport.
I'm Bianca Solterbeck in Surrey for The Express. There's also an online component to the program called Wicket Cricket. Kids can learn trivia, and they can also take an interactive quiz to test their cricket smarts. You're watching The Express, and it's all about adventures in sightseeing. Up next.
We've come all this way for this moment. I'm just so emotional.
After the break, the Wedding Bells Royal Wedding Reminisce.
I'm just basically a glorified taxi driver.
A helicopter tour of BC's interior. You're watching local TV on The Express.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by...
The Express is brought to you in part by Plum, fashion supplier to host Johanna Ward.